Hi, this is Analytics, and welcome to another lesson. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts or questions in the comments. Let's get started. In this video, we're going to learn how to use programming languages in Power Query. I'm using Power Query and Power BI. And in Power Query from Power BI, we can run Python and R scripts, which comes in really handy because whenever you find some solution that Power Query can't give you, you can eventually work with Power Query with Python or R to make sure you can run transformations or run any kind of resource that Power Query cannot give you. So this comes in really handy, especially when you're working with statistics and you want to create statistics distributions and some. And I'll show you an example of that. And Power BI and Power Query are not really meant to be used for advanced statistics. So if you use R or Python, and in this example, I'm going to use R because that's the programming language I'm more familiar with, and you can do statistics tests and statistics visuals that you cannot run in Power BI, and that comes in really handy. So let's open Power Query, and I will click the transform data. Power Query, the Power Query editor will open up. It's going to be totally blank. I have no data here. So to start working, of course, to start to use R or Python and Power BI, you need to have, if you're going to work with R, you need to have R installed in your computer. That's obvious. And if you're working with Python, Python has to be installed in your computer. So Power Query will have access to these languages and will be able to perform all the, to run all the scripts you are going to use in Power Query. And to start working with, in this case, we're going to use R. I need to have an initial table, an initial query. And to do that, I'm going to click enter data just to create something that is going to be the base for a work. I don't have to insert any data here. It can be a blank table. I'll click OK. It's just to create a query, and then we're going to insert our scripts in this query. I'm going to call it data frame, data underscore frame. And you see I have nothing. This table is empty. And if you click the transform tab and click this little arrow on the right hand side, you can see that now I can run R script and run Python script. In this case, I'm going to use R script, and of course I already have R installed in my computer. I'm not showing in this video how to install R because if you're working with R, it means you already know it. But if you would like me to show how to install R and the R Studio in your computer, let me know in the comments so I can record a video on that and to complement this lesson. Okay, so I'm gonna click run R script. And now in this box, I can, this is just a comment. I can remove it and start writing my R codes. And for example, I'm going to use one of the tables that already come with R as a standard. I'm going to call, and I don't want you to worry about the R script, writing R script here. Our course is not on R. I'm just showing you that it can be done. And I'm going to create a variable called A, and this is going to return me a table called cars. And now I want to show this table called cars. I'll click OK. And now you can see that I created a table with an R script, and this is a table that is embedded in R. So it was so easy. But I can also import data from my computer or from any other source, the same way I can do with Power Query. I can run the same import using an R script, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove the last step, and in the R script, I'm going to use a new code. There you go. And what I did here, I imported the libraries that are needed to read an Excel file, and another one that is important for data analysis and data transformation. And then I am creating a table called df data frame that is originated from an Excel file, readxl, which is an Excel file that is coming from this path in this folder in my computer, and I'm asking it to show the df table I just created. Again, I don't want you to worry about learning R at this point. I'm just showing you that it is possible to work with R and do any kind of transformations in Power Query using R scripts or Python scripts. I'll click OK. Okay, it could take a few seconds. And now the table was loaded into Power Query, but it was loaded based on an R script rather than on an M script, which is the standard for Power Query. And now I can run any kind of transformations in Power Query using R. For example, let me return only the first 3 columns. So all I have to do is just change. I will remove the last step, which is the step showing the table. Now I'm going to change this table, and I will do this. I will use the pipe operator and select 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now I have only 3 columns, and say I want to keep only the top 5 rows. So again, I'm going to delete the last step and change the script, and I'm going to use the pipe operator. And now I only want the 5 top rows. There you go. So that comes in really handy. And I'm going to show you an example of very cool things that we can do in Power BI using our scripts. I'm going to show you a dashboard that I made and that I created in Power BI using only our scripts with no other imported data. And this is a dashboard I created for comparing statistical distribution. So you can select the statistical distribution. This is a standard normal. And then you have, for example, the T distribution with 1 degree of freedom or 20 degrees of freedom. And this is basically to compare, and it can show you that a standard normal, it's different from a T student with 1 degree of freedom. But as you increase the degrees of freedom, the T student distribution becomes closer and closer to the normal distribution. And it was very hard to create this using bare Power Query and Power BI. And so I did it in Power Query using R scripts. And this is my R scripts. And all of the data, all of the distributions were created in R. And you can see it's not a long script. And with this script, I was able to create the table that I used for this dashboard. I don't want you to worry about it at this point. I'm just showing you that it can be done and it can be very useful. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share your thoughts or questions in the comments. Help us reach more people. See you in the next lesson.